All right, y'all. Let's break down the lyrics to TLC-Waterfalls. We just gonna do the rap part because everything else is pretty straightforward. But one of the things that I picked up on that was Left Eye's part. It held so much weight in that song. It was I seen a rainbow yesterday, yeah, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving chasing that one guy I gave her right. You said because my life is 10 shades of gray, I pray all 10 fade away, seldom praise her for the sunny days. And like his promise is true, only my faith can undo the many chances I blew, clearing my life to anew. Clear and blue in a condition of the skies would dry the tears from my eyes, no more lonely cries. My own and bleeding hope is for the folk who can't cope with such enduring pain that it keeps them in the pouring rain. Who's to blame for tooting cane into your own vein? What a shame you shoot and aim for someone else's brain. You claim the insane and ain't a day and time to fall or prey the crime that the system's got you victim to your own mind. Dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes of coming true. Believe in yourself, the rest is up to me and you. That right there. First part, she says, I seen a rainbow yesterday, yeah, but too many storms have come and gone, leaving a trace of that one God gave a ray. Rainbow, from biblical terms, represents God's promise of something better to come after the storm, after the rain, after the hurt, after the lies, after the deceit, after the pain, after the turmoil, after the trauma. And that was his promise because, as the story goes, people are screwing up. It was like, Noah, get a few people, get animals that can mate, put them on the ark. Floated out the world, and the survivors was all those who were on the ark. And the rainbow represented his promise to, even though there's always better days, there's always something coming, even though, because they were on that ship for 40 days and 40 nights. They're like, look, man, this is tiring. You imagine being 40 days and 40 nights, and we can't even stay 40 days and 40 nights with our own family, right? So it's holding on to that promise and know that, okay, yeah, it's raining right now, but it's not going to rain forever. It's going to stop. He made that promise saying that, I'm not going to just leave you in chaos forever. As long as you have faith that you're going to make it through this, you're going to make it through this. Now, the other part, you said, because my life is 10 shades of gray, I pray all 10 fade away, seldom praise her for the sunny days. In the gray, what I feel like she meant by of it being 10 shades of gray, like the movie, 50 Shades of Gray. Gray has variations. Things in life is not just cut straight black or white. There's a gray area. They always say, there's three sides to a story. There's one part, side A, side B, and the middle, which is, the truth, which essentially it's a combination of side A and B. If you take black and white and mix it together, it makes what? Gray. That's the in-between area. And the funny thing about it is, like, I already kind of did like a little bit of breakdown about this, but big shout outs to Evolving Spiritually and Soology, aka She Do Tarot. They had also, basically confirmed, what I was thinking this whole time. Just I ain't say nothing. But so shout out to them. Thank you for, confirming that as well. But and that's where we should live our life is in that gray area, not just seeing things for, okay, well, that's taking sides, because you're not getting the whole picture. The whole picture is gray. Our world is painted in gray. It's not black or white. It's not right or wrong. It's all the in-betweens. It's all the in-betweens. We essentially know what right and wrong is. Nobody was born into this earth with any fears or any sins. The only fear we had as a baby was of being dropped, and so many people has already used that analogy. But it's I pray our 10 fade away, seldom praise her for the sunny days. When times are hard and the sky is gray, and yeah, we're coming out the storm, and it don't feel like, when it came out the storm, because after it rains, it's still pretty ugly out. It's all gray, and kind of like how it kind of looks today. It was just raining. The clouds are there. When you go outside, even if you're in a bad mood and it's bright and sunny, and it's the middle of summertime, you're like, okay, that alone makes me feel better. Why? It's a nice day. You're able, even if you're going through something, you're able to, if you can pull back and just, okay, let me just, man, it's a really nice day, by the least. But, we tend to worry about what's going wrong and focus on the problem so much that, even through the hard times, we don't say thank you for the fact that even though something is going wrong, even though something is hard, even though something is trying, and we got all this weight on our shoulders and on our back, and tarot, the ten of wands, 10 of swords type, energy. It's, carrying all those burdens. It's still being able to say thank you because you're still here. It's being able to say thank you because you have something going right. Like, yeah, you might not have paid your bill and your electricity is off, but you got a grill, so you're able to barbecue most of the meat you got in there. So have a cookout and have a party. Like, look, we don't want to go to waste. Like, yeah, you can't cook on the stove or anything, but yeah, you got a barbecue grill, you got some charcoal, and you got some lighter fluid. So you could do something till tomorrow when you're able to go and pay your bill, because you don't get paid until the next day. Or your car breaks down and you're upset and you can't go out and do what you want to do, but you're able to still get to work and get to doctor's appointments and get your kids to school and all the important stuff that you need to take care of you. You're still able to at least do that. And so you ain't got nothing else, but hell, you getting food stamps in Section 8 or low income housing. All right, well, hell, at least you got that. There are people that are homeless, just walk around nothing, with no hope of even getting that, because they ain't got an address to even sign up for the damn program. Like, so it's still being able to say thank you and finding something that you can still be happy about and thankful for, even though you are going through hard times. The next part was, only my faith could undo the many chances I blew, clearing my life to anew. Only your faith can stop you and prevent you from clearing your life to anew, from starting over, from scrapping the last idea because it ain't work, and only your faith. Because if you have faith, knowing that, okay, this I know is meant for me, this is what I need to do, this is where I'm supposed to go, this is where I'm headed, only your faith can stop that. So essentially, only you. Nobody else can do that. Yes, there's a lot of outside factors and influences that could slow it down, but if something is meant for you, it's meant for you. Now, there might be some factors that you might be, you might not be headed, you might not be going completely straight down the street, and you might be swerving a little bit. Because, you're nervous. You ain't never drove at nighttime and it's raining and you're like, oh my God, I don't even know if I can see. So you're still going, but, let's say they put something up and you see something, it says, okay, detour to the left. I'm like, man, that's going to take so much longer. This. Yeah, but in that process, you're going to gain something. You're going to, that detour was there for a reason. Because, yeah, going straight, yeah, you could have did that. But then if you would have kept on going, because let's say the sign said detour or proceed cautiously, and, you decide, and everything in you is telling like, you should probably follow that detour. Let's say you like, oh, no, I'm going to keep on straight, keep on going. Now you done hit part of the street that's been flooded out. And you in a little Kia Rio, and that water look kind of deep. You can't see it got them good ripples, not them little ripples that just and stop. No, you got them deep ripples where it's just like, and you're like, yeah, that's a deep, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of water. But like, man, I already came this way, and you keep going, and then you end up getting stuck, and because the car got waterlogged, and it's. So now you stuck. Now you at a standstill. Now you got to do a whole bunch of extra stuff. When if you would have went a little bit out your way, and thought about like, dang, you know what, that would have took me a little bit out of my way, but you still would have been moving. You still would have been going. So sometimes those robots are there to actually correct us and put us on the way that we need to go for ourselves. We don't know. You could have went that way, and then you end up seeing a friend of yours, you know, and they had a flat tire. Now, if you would have kept going through the other way, you know, and you was able to help this person, and then, you know, you end up going back, and let's say the other part is flooded, and then, you know, that street's flooded as well. The same person you just helped, you know, fix the tire, you know, seeing you, it helps you push your car through the water. You know, you got that help. Like, you know what, I went this way, and yeah, you decided to stop, help a random person or your friend, and then this person ends up seeing you study, like, all right, hey, look, man, I get to pay you back. Like, thanks for helping them, looking me out. Like, planning on, you know, paying you back like this. But hey, I'm able to return the favor. And, you know, you're going to meet different people and maybe you weren't supposed to go that way to meet those people on that path. You need to go and take the detour. And yeah, it might take you a little bit longer, but, you know, you still going to get to your destination. Let's see, what's the other part? Clear and blue and unconditional, the skies have dried the tears from my eyes, no more lonely cries. And that's saying the sun is going to come out. The sun is going to come out. It's not going to rain forever. You're not going to cry forever. You know, the dry skies is going to, when the sun comes out, when you find that lesson in whatever it was that you went through, and you turn that pain into power, and you use it, and you transmute it, and you use that what could have been negative energy that could have kept you in your thoughts and made you think like all the absolute worst, and you was like, nope, you know, I'm not gonna do that. But you use that hurt and that pain, and hell, music artists do it all the time. Mary J. Blige, most of her songs was just like, dang, man, it got to you right here. But also because that's stuff that, you know, most people do go through and experience in life. And she was like, man, I'm about to sing this out. And that was her therapy. But also, it was her gift to the world, to other people. Like, hey, you are not alone. Whether you're a male, whether you're a female, like, you ain't alone. This happens to everybody, men and women. Like, look, I done been through this stuff. So, you know, here's my gift to let you know, like, look, it's going to get better. Here, just vibe out to this music. Feel those emotions that, you know, you were feeling at the time. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be depressed. But the catch is not staying in that moment, in that mindset. Yes, some days are going to be easier than others. Yes, something could have happened that's going to take months for you to heal and get over. And that's fine. You don't listen to people out there telling, oh, well, you need to hurry up and get over this. No, if you need more time, you take your time. You do what's best for you. Because it might take somebody else, you know, 2 months to get over, you know, something that happened, and it might take somebody 8 months to go over that very same exact situation. We are all in different stages. We're all different. Nobody's going to be on the same learning page or learning curve or speed or intensity, or because we're all different. We experience things differently, and the things in our life are factors and contribute to how we experience and see things. My only bleeding hope is for the folk who can't cope with such an enduring pain that it keeps them in the pouring rain. Her hope was to reach out to those and hope and pray that for those who can't see, who are stuck in, you know, their hurt and their pain so much to the point where they can't see anything else but that. They're stuck in the pouring rain. It's raining outside, and they like, well, I ain't got no coat, I ain't got this, I gotta walk 35 miles because my car just broke down, like, I don't know nobody, you know, I'm in a random city, I don't know where I'm going, and then, you know, they're just stuck. You know, instead of, you know, trying to come up with, you know, they're not thinking, you know, they're so worried about being cold and hungry and wet and being lost and worried about all the problems and concerns, instead of like trying to be like, okay, well, I came from this way, this gas station was that way, or let me use my phone with the GPS, or let me try to reach out for somebody, let me see if I can go to somebody's house and, you know, call 911 for non-emergency, see if they come out and give a person a hand or something, you know. Because not everybody is at that level where, because I was there. Hell, I was there where literally so much stuff. And I used to be extremely optimistic. Well, I am now again, but after so much, after you try to do this and you try to do this, and, you just, well, I just want to be successful, just live a normal life, have normal problems and things of that nature. I'm not understanding why this happens, or I go get this job, or I start going to this school, and then this happens now. And then the car broke down and lost my job because my car broke down. I can't get to school, I can't get to work, and now I'm stuck. I can't get a new car, I can't get it fixed. And you just keep doing that, and you keep going through stuff like that, and it's just like, man, honestly, after a while, some people just get to the point where they're just like, I give up. I completely give up. And I mean, there's many reasons behind that. Sometimes, maybe that was, that stuff was there for you. I'm like, this is not the way you need to go. Because for me, that's what it was for me. Like, I had an unyielding desire for something more, for something better. Waking up day after day in, like, this is not my life. I'm not supposed to be here. Like, and a lot of people around me, because of my mindset, they were like, well, what do you mean? This, like, no, like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be here. And yeah, I've had suicidal thoughts and attempted suicide before by, trying to take medication, which boggles me. Like, you go to a psychiatrist, like, hey, and you tell them, like, yeah, I use pills, and know what they do? They put you on more pills. Like, didn't I just say I use this? That's like saying, hey, somebody just tried to shoot themselves, and then you give them a gun and say, oh, hey, go to the gun range. Right, but that's a whole nother topic. But it's being in such despair, and, had this inkling, and all those defeats was actually something telling me that, no, you were right all along. There's something inside of you telling you that, pulling you in this direction, and I was ignoring it because of past experiences that left a sour taste in my mouth, and I was carrying baggage and hurt. I was Erykah Badu bag lady, man, carrying all that hurt and baggage from past experience, and feeling not worthy of being able to go forward toward my dreams and what it is that I really wanted. So I stayed in the pouring rain. I didn't go out and chase my dreams. I gave up my dreams for other things and other objects, or things that was like short and right here right now, instead of having the strength to keep moving forward. And it's not calling you weak. Everybody loses strength. I don't care how strong you are. Trust me, you could get muscle failure. I done been in the military. It's not hard. You push your body, you push yourself to that limit, or the situation around you push you to your limit. Yeah, you can't get muscle failure, and it takes a little bit more longer to recover. You literally can't go anymore. Muscle failure is where, I don't care how hard you try to keep doing another push-up or a sit-up, your muscles fail. Like, they literally, no matter, you can't even roll over at that point. You just sitting there. You ain't moving. Because no matter what you do, your muscles ain't going nowhere. That's your recovery time to, be like, you know what? Put myself to this limit, and and it's within us, and learning the experiences, and being able to push forward and keep going. And then it was, who's to blame for tooting cane into your own vein? What a shame you shoot and aim for someone else's brain. A lot of people blame other people for their bad habits. Yes, you're specific and talk about, drugs, but drugs is not the only form of addiction. Bad habits of, as far as the way we think about ourselves, the way we feel about ourselves, the way we care about ourselves, the way we nurture and take care and love ourselves, how we project ourselves, and how we treat other people and things of that nature. Those are also addicting bad habits as well, because they're addictive. Because once you get in that mind frame, it's hard to get back out. Like, if you're so used to somebody, prove that, you couldn't trust them, and it happens so much that you're just like, I got trust issues. Yeah, everybody got a little bit of trust issues. Nobody wants to be betrayed. It is a fear when hey, I'm going to trust you. It's a 50-50 thing, but that's when you got to use discernment and follow, your intuition, and be like, okay, is this situation worth putting my trust into it or not? Or, holding back some of it and letting it grow, different variations. But it's being able to still, not hold on to that when we hold on to those addictions, to those bad habits, to those negative thought patterns, and the way we feel and think and speak, and allow stuff from our past to come forward into our present and allow that to affect us. We're blaming it on, well, they did this and they did that, so this is why I'm acting like this. But you're choosing to act like that. At the end of the day, you are still choosing. This person didn't gag you, didn't bind you, and hem you up and be like, oh, you're going to feel this way and you're going to act like this because I did this. No, the only thing you can control is you. You can't control what somebody else did. Yes, they could do something and it hurts you, and at first you could put the little blame, on them because, they had their actions, involved because they should have did that. But also is not letting that affect you to the point where it's affecting you and how you move and how you think and how you go forward because of what the next idiot then did or wasn't aware of or didn't know or knew, and it's just a jerk and an ass. I mean, some people know what it is that they're doing and they don't care. They want to manipulate and use and, abuse people. And right. But it's because you still have part of the blame on you as well. And even though it was like an honest mistake, like, man, but I really thought that I could trust this person, you still have to take in account and, hold yourself accountable for associating with that person, or then you go back and still trusting that person, because there's probably red flags. Now, not all red flags are, obvious and distinct. Sometimes you actually gotta fall and go back and be like, and then, 2 months later, you're like, oh, yeah, I could have seen that coming. Thinking about this, or somebody bring up a situation like, yeah, I should have seen that coming. And hey, it happens. It's like, oh, well, I know now. So now I know if this sign pops up, I know to not put all my eggs in one basket and kind of hold steady. Because yes, other people are going to resemble similarities that others have had. Because sometimes God will put a test back into your situation to see if you're going to fail it or if you're going to hold your head high and just make it through it, or do something different and learn from it. Just like they said in Lion King, where Rafiki said, he hit Simba on the head. He was like, what the hell was that for? Doesn't matter. It's in the past. He was like, yeah, but it hurts. Yes, the past can hurt. But you can either run from it or learn from it. He went to go smack him again. What did he do? He ducked. He was like, something ain't right about this. I was right. I knew you was going to hit me with that damn stick. I knew you was going to try to hit me with that stick. And he took the stick. He was like, no, you ain't about to hit me again, dang it. Not only am I on duck, but I'm going to disarm you because you ain't about to throw this stick when I think that I'm in the clear, and then you throw the stick. And, I'm like, yeah, hey, I'm on fast. And then you just, javelin throw, and then it hits me upside my head again. Like, no, I'm about to make sure, and then I'm going to keep on going. But, he didn't do anything to Rafiki. He was just mad, like, dang, man, you took my weapon. But by you moving forward and you learning from the mistakes, that's exactly what you're doing to your situations and your experiences and your past and your mindset, or even, said people. You're disarming it. You're learning from it. You're learning to, okay, I know to do this. I'm learning to adapt. I'm learning to adjust. I could do this. I could do this to avoid this situation happening again. And that's what that's part of that. But it's also taking accountability for, what you did. And yeah, Rafiki, hit him in the head with the stick, but he went to him and he trusted him. He didn't just be like, oh, well, I trusted you, and then you just played me. You hit me in the head with a stick. Like, he knew. No, he was like, no. Even though this lesson is tough, and even though this lesson is going to hurt, this person was here in my life, and they do care about me, so they're not just going to tell me what it is that I want to hear. They're going to tell me what it is that I need to hear, regardless of if it's going to hurt me or cause me, and in, my mindset of being, in pain, trying to heal or find a solution to whatever it is that I'm going through, that this person is not just going to add on to my pain. If they're doing it for a reason to help. To teach me, to learn, to help mold me from their wisdom, because they've been in something similar. That's why he went to Rafiki, like, man, you done seen it all. You old as hell. Help me. Whatever's necessary. And that's what it is. And he also took accountability for holding on and like, okay, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Oh, what's the next part? What a shame you shouldn't aim for someone else's brain. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, that's that's putting the blame completely on other people and their other and the other situation, and not taking any responsibility of your part in it as well. Everybody played a part, even if you unknowingly knew that you played a part. It's okay. We're not perfect, and we should expect nobody else to be, to be perfect. Hell, both of us and Harmony said that and changed the world. Oh yeah, we gonna get to that song too. You claim the same and name the day and time you fall to pray the crime that the system's got you victim to your own mind. Oh, that's a deep one. A lot of people blame society, the government, the whole nature versus nurture over this and that, and especially, a lot of black people like, oh, well, the white man is a trap, we ain't supposed to be here and this. Well, we're here now. We're here. We can't blame. We still got to hold accountable for our own actions, because the fact of why we still are treated like this within the black community is honestly, we're not trying to help ourselves either, or help those with around. Not saying that nobody is. No, there are people out there that are doing that. Yes, but it's not enough. We need everybody to make an actual difference, or we need a hell of a lot more people to convince and get so that everybody can be in on it. Because a lot of people think that the minorities of this country are the minorities. We've been taught that the minorities are is lesser. A minority is not lesser. A minority is actually something that is different, something that is unique, that doesn't fit in the norm. The majority is, what something that people feel is, over or have authority, or it can be more. Hell, a big number can keep getting subtracted to. Trust me. If you got $1,000,000 and you keep punching in a whole bunch of small numbers, eventually it ain't gonna be too much of nothing. It's gonna be about 500,000, which from 1,000,000, that's a big drop. But there's more minorities. There's more people in the middle and lower class than there is. That's why the 1% is the 1%. It's 1% of them, and you gonna allow 1% of the people in this country affect how you move, affect how you see, affect how you think, affect how you perform, affect how you feel about yourself and your standards of living. Yeah, they don't want to keep their secrets. No, I mean, they don't want to tell you their secrets. No, because they want to keep you exactly where you are. Why? Because it's more for them. Instead of reaching out, like, you know what? Everybody can have a slice of the pie. That's the American dream. Everybody be able to have a slice of the pie. But it don't happen that way, because people are greedy. People want to hold other people back, and don't want to see other people succeed, because they're like, well, that's going to take away from what I can get. But wouldn't it actually be adding to what you can get? Because by you helping somebody else, who knows when you could need that help in return? Who knows when you could need a shoulder to lean on? Who knows when you could need some advice? Who knows if you can collaborate? If this person comes up with an idea and you're like, dude, okay, well, I got this, and that's like perfect. We could combine this and then working together and end up, crushing it. No, you're just worried about, well, this person's going to take. That's a reflection, because is that really who you are? You just worry about taking and not worry about giving? But it's not letting the constraints of society trying to hold you back because of something or stuff that's still lingering around that they did years ago. It happened. We can't go back and change it. But we can do is change the generations that are here now, the generations that stuff is affecting right now. Then it's dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes are coming true. Believe in yourself. The rest is up to me and you. They actually put that on her casket, and that was one of the most significant parts of the whole verse, is the fact that dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes are coming true. Believe in yourself. The rest is up to me and you. That's exactly what they are. Dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes in coming true. Because all you're doing is hoping. You actually have to move. You actually have to do something. You actually have to fight. You actually have to, keep going. Regardless of what it is. Your dream is not going to be the next person's dream. And their dream ain't going to be your dream. And ain't nobody's dream is the same. Could some have similar, similarities, and you're able to work with others? And yeah, and that's beautiful. But nobody's going to have the same dream. But your dreams are just hopeless aspirations and hopes and coming true. Because if you're just sitting there hoping that it's going to come true, it's a hopeless aspiration. It's something that you aspire to get to, but it's hopeless because all you're doing is hoping. You got to put implementation in on that. You actually have to do something to make it. It's not just going to come down and be like, hey, here's your dream. And even if you can't get in the way that other people went in, there's other ways to get in. There's other ways around things. There's a loophole in everything. And it's finding that loophole, and instead of using it to slow you down, to help propel you or progress you, and even give you a leg up. And we have to believe within ourselves that it's possible, that we can actually. Have you ever met somebody and be like, yeah, I didn't think that I was there. I mean, of course they say, there's a couple of times where I didn't think that I was going to make it. But have you ever met somebody that's like, no, I really didn't think I was going to get here, so I did absolutely nothing. And look, no, yeah, I ain't either. So we have to believe within ourselves, within, who we are and our abilities and our skills and our talents and our hopes and our dreams and our wishes and our strength and our determination and our mindset and the few people that we do have with us. And if you don't have anybody, because there are situations, like I watched the movie Coco last night. There are situations where, your family or your close friends, might not agree with you, and you kind of got to fight them. But you got to know, and still do what you do, but know that, it's going to be okay. Yeah, you might lose a couple close family members, but, it's a decent movie, so everything turned out pretty good, except for old dude, because he lied, but that was his own karma. But you don't try to kill your best friend and take all that stuff. And and that's okay. We ain't gonna get into discussing that movie. We talk about Waterfalls. But it's believing in you, and yeah, you might have to fight against some people that you really thought that, man, but I thought this person was gonna be there. It's not the fact that they're not there. It's just the fact that some people tell you, well, maybe try this or do that because they want to protect you. They honestly care, and they don't want to see you get hurt. They don't want to see you shut down because they've had something that it was that they wanted or aspired to. Hell, it could even be the new Beats that came out, whatever it is, and they went, but it was all sold out, or they had a recall and now they didn't want them, or they heard people, or they actually listened to them or used them or test them. And I'm not saying this by any means, because I love Beats, I got a pair of my own, but it's an example. And their dream got crushed. It's like, man, I thought it was gonna be so much more, and it wasn't. It was like if somebody used a knockoff brand and you thought you was buying some Beats, and you get there, they comes to you from Amazon and it's a little wireless headphone set that you can get in Walmart. Right, your dream's gonna be hurt. Like, so it's not that, but it's also using your discernment. Like, okay, well, they don't understand, they don't see my dream, they don't see what it is, they don't have that innate calling and that feeling that you have. They're only able to, look on the outside and be like, okay, well, I love this person. I care about this person. I don't want to see this person hurt. So let me find a way that, I might be able to help them. But, sometimes that helps. Sometimes it does. Sometimes like, no, I don't feel right about that. And you're like, oh, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. You got to use your own discernment. But music is so much more than just something to listen to, have a good time, have sex to, pop drugs to, and argue around. And it's so much more than that. Music was not for that. Music was for telling stories, telling and something that's long lasting to pass on. Like, hey, this is the story of my life and the story of those around me. This was the story of what I saw going on. This was the story of this, and this could help uplift this person. This could help uplift this person and that person and this person and that person. Like anything else in life. So somebody out there needed to hear this, but man, keep your head up. Let's go after our dreams. Let's chase those waterfalls. Because we were born to chase the waterfalls. We ain't staying on the rivers and the lakes that we used to. Now, if it's old habits and patterns that you're breaking, yes. Stop just doing reckless behavior and jumping off of waterfalls. No. But in the other way of, okay, well, you know what? I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and that ain't my life. You know what? Nope. I need to go this way and take that risk because I'm going to fly. Do it. Don't nobody know you better than you. Don't nobody know your dreams, aspirations, and where you see yourself better than you. Nobody else is going to be able to see you there. People can support you on your journey, yes. Some people can, you know, like, yeah, man, I see that. That's perfect for you. But they still don't see it like you see it. So stay true to you. Deuces.